somewhere between here and Baton Rouge is State Representative Alan Seabaugh. Hey, Mr. Allen, how are you this morning?
I think y'all are meeting in Alexandria, right?
Or Alexandria,
Yeah.
sorry.
But I'm still between Shreveport and Baton Rouge.
Yes, you are.
Thank you for trying to save your boy, Alan. I appreciate that.
Tax reform could be one of the focuses. Those are good words, but does that mean does that mean I pay more or I pay less? I want it to mean I pay less.
Pardon me for jumping in, Alan. When a Democrat says tax reform, they don't mean tax cuts, do they?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Tax reform to me means cutting taxes. Tax reform to our esteemed governor means you pay more.
So what are we looking at this year? What are you going to have to fight?
This year I believe they're going to swing for the fences because John Bel gets 2 fiscal sessions while he's governor. Obviously, he can call a special session, which is what he did last year. But he has this year and 2019. 2019 is an election year. So I really don't see him going all out for tax increases in an election year. So this is the year that they swing for the fences and they just throw everything out and see what sticks. I think we're going to see corporate income taxes increase. We're going to see an attempt to increase personal income taxes. We're going to see an attempt to pass a gas tax, and I think they're going to try to hit it across the board. There's going to be a lot of focus on exemptions and credits and that sort of thing. I really think they're going to swing for the fences and try everything.
Mr. Allen, let's hang some numbers on this if we can. 2 things. One, what do you think John Bel's going to go for when it comes to the gas tax? And part 2 of that, when you say personal tax increase, are you talking something like the return of Stelly?
I don't think they're going to do anything that directly affects rates, but I do think they're going to attack credits and exemptions and that sort of thing. At the end of the day, it's really hard to raise rates because it requires a 2/3 vote. There's a question in law whether it requires a 2/3 vote to reduce rates. To reduce exemptions or credits. So it's easier to raise taxes by doing away with credits and exemptions. So I think that's where their focus is going to be. I'm actually in the process of requesting an attorney general opinion on whether since reducing credits and exemptions and all of that is in fact a tax increase, the Constitution says it requires a 2/3 vote. We have an attorney general opinion from 1994. Richard Ayub said that credits and exemptions didn't fall into that. I think they probably do. And so we're in the process of trying to figure that out.
So is he going to swing for the fences, to use your term, on the gas tax too? What do you think John Bel's aiming for?
What we're hearing is 23 cents a gallon, which would be ridiculous. But I don't want to give him 2 cents a gallon. I don't think we need it. Here's the problem that every time anybody gives me a microphone, I say this, and I'm going to keep saying it till other people start repeating it. This year's budget that we're living in right now is either the biggest or the second biggest in Louisiana history. We do not have a shortage of money, period. End of story. We have more money now than we have ever had in the history of the state of Louisiana. We do not need more revenue. We need to spend what we have more efficiently and more effectively. We need spending reform. We do not need tax increases.
But what John Bel's going to say, what the governor's going to say is those temporary taxes, it's $1 billion worth of stuff and it's going away. And now we've got $1 billion gap. What is your response to that?
Let's reduce spending by $1 billion. It's not that hard. That's the problem. If your salary gives you $3,000 of disposable income a month, and you're looking at a car that's going to put you at $3,200 a month, do you go ahead and buy it and say, well, I now have a deficit of $200 a month?
No.
You cut spending somewhere else. If you really, really want that car, you cut spending somewhere else.
Or you go get another job.
Or you get another job and figure out a way to increase that.
Okay, Alan, you're making me crazy. You're making me crazier than I normally am. You talked about tax credits, doing away with tax credits. Have we not learned? We did away with the film tax credits. Those jobs, those projects are gone. We have lost a massive industry for our state, particularly for Shreveport-Bossier.
That's exactly correct. And the short-sighted nature of this, if you start attacking all of these it's really easy to say, we give corporations $7 billion a year. You're going to hear that a lot from Democrats. That is an absolute lie. I read the tax exemption budget yesterday, and a lot of that stuff is smoke and mirrors. It's things, yes, we don't tax it at the corporate level, but we do tax it at the personal level. So we're still collecting taxes on it. But it's easy to say that. But what you do when you start taking away those business credits and exemptions and those things that we did, frankly, a very good job over the last 10 to 12 years of enticing businesses into Louisiana by giving them tax credits. And when those businesses come here, they create jobs, which is better for everybody.
So pardon me, Alan, we're running out of time. Just one more question. So a whole bunch of Republicans, you guys meeting today in Alexandria. What you going to do? What's the point?
The plan is to come up with a plan. What's our strategy going to be? What can we get consensus on? Obviously, all Republicans don't agree with me. So we're going to see what we do have consensus on, what we can agree on, and to develop a strategy for the upcoming session.